My name is Andy Johnson. I'm a physics education researcher and I do work at Black Hills State University. And one of the projects I'm working on right now is I'm developing course materials on radioactivity. About 30 or 40% of these students will draw protons and neutrons orbiting a nucleus. The problem is they just really don't have a working mental model of atoms. And this happens even though they have been taught about atoms many times in school. So they turn the simulator on, they see an atom there, they can drag protons, neutrons, and electrons in, and these things only go certain places. They need something to handle. They need something that looks like a model of atoms and it behaves like atoms and gives appropriate feedback when they do stuff to it. So we had to make these simulators. The simulator, when it first comes on, we restrict the atoms that students can build with the neutron gnome who comes in and keeps the neutron number right so that you have the right kind of atom. But later on they can send the neutron gnome on vacation and they can work out the effects of neutrons and discover that in fact if you have the wrong number of neutrons your atom explodes and various pieces come out. The latest simulator that's currently in development is the TRAX simulator, and we need this simulator because students don't connect single atoms to matter. The big deal for the simulator is zoom scale, that we want the students to develop a sense of the microscopic world, the cellular world being much smaller than that, and the molecular world being much smaller than that. When the students look at the cellular scale, they get a display of not only a particle moving, but they also get to see its effects on molecules that the particle's traveling through. These are represented just as little dots. So the red dots are ionized molecules and the blue dots are electrons that have been knocked loose. So far what we've found is the students are making a lot more connections with these simulators. They're starting to talk about ionization, which is a new thing. I've been teaching radiation for 6 years now, and this is the first semester where we've actually had a smooth development of ideas where the students are actually making sense of things and they're coming up with coherent mental models of what radiation does to matter.